Welcome to a Premier League review. Let's take a look at Saturday's games. A return to Stamford Bridge for Diego Costa, who started against Chelsea, but not a happy return. 3-0 Chelsea. We can see on the pressure monitor, if I just make me a little bit smaller. There we go. The pressure monitor, you can see the shots were coming in. A little bit of pressure, this happens. I mean, you get 2 goals and then the other team's like, oh, we might as well, give it a try now, because Wolves were kind of just hoping for a little bit of a break. You can see there's not much pressure at all. They only had 2 shots on target. Chelsea controlled the game and it was a good performance considering the changes that Potter made. I think he's trying to install a bit of confidence and belief into those players that might not have been playing under Tuchel. There was no Sterling. Pulisic played very well and obviously played. I said this in another video, when Potter was appointed, you're going to see more from these players now. You're going to see more from the midfielders because Brighton typically get a lot of goals from their midfielders, more goals from the midfielders than their strikers have scored. Man City 4, Southampton 0. Don't really need to go into that game, do I? We know that Man City are just amazing, and Bournemouth beating Leicester, and the run continues for Gary O'Neill, coming from behind to beat Leicester as well. I've got to say, Leicester fans, I don't think you'll get relegated, but I've got to say, Danny Ward, I've mentioned it so many times on various videos. How did you not replace Kasper Schmeichel? And Wout Faes, I was blanking on his name there. He was at fault for both goals. The defence looks slow, and I think you're going to have a long season. You didn't replace Fofana. You knew you were getting the money for him and you didn't replace him. I don't understand it. I don't understand giving Danny Ward the number 1 jersey when he's just clearly not. I mean, Neto was signed on a free for Bournemouth. He's better. He's a better keeper. They've not lost since he's come into the team. His distribution is good and it's quick. As we saw yesterday, he really just gets them going straight away. So 5 unbeaten for O'Neill, and I think it's only a matter of time before he gets given the full-time gig. Newcastle 5, Brentford 1. I would always back Newcastle at home this season. Similar story with Everton. You know you're going to get a performance out of them. And the home record under Eddie Howe is really good. When we look at the last 25 games and then look at the home fixtures, you can see there's 1 defeat there, and it's to Liverpool, who were second at the time they played them. So I'm guessing that, April, that was back end of last season. Tottenham won away at Brighton. That's a really important win. Good win. You can see the odds. They were 2.7 before the game, rose to 2.8 in the game, and then obviously they got the goal, Harry Kane. Big win. Important win. They've not had a good week, obviously, with the North London derby and then the Europa League game, but also the death of one of their fitness coaches as well. Harry Kane got quite emotional in his post-match interview. So this is just a big win for them. Important that they just went there and got the job done and put in a good performance. For Brighton, it's not the end of the world. They've still been playing really well. They're still a confident bunch of players, and you'd expect them to start winning again pretty soon. Which league would you like to see me cover in the next video? Leave a comment. I'm just looking through the countries here just to see if there's any interesting ones. The French second division I used to like, the Friday night games, same with the second division in Holland as well. Really fun league. The second division in France isn't a particularly fun league, but it used to be good for unders. Some fun leagues in Germany as well, but let me know in the comments what's your favourite league. What league would you like me to cover in these videos? Because the Premier League, everybody knows about the Premier League, don't they? But it's a good thing to talk about.